This is the Priestcast. I'm Father Adam Ahern. Father Michael Kuchar, how are you?
Father Ahern, I'm doing great. We had such a glorious day yesterday celebrating Our Lady Guadalupe. It was phenomenal. And the party went to the wee hours.
Of course it did.
Yeah. But no, it was good. And today is helping out at a nearby parish for some confessions, and I have a wedding. Believe it or not, I have a wedding. And I told the couple, I said, it's good luck when it rains, but it's really, really good luck if it snows on your wedding, because it's snowing today.
Well, that's awesome.
So yeah, it's nice to have a little December wedding here and there. How was your confessions yesterday? You heard 12 hours of them.
I did, and I heard many and many a confession. It's hard to say exactly how many, but
I do not keep count either.
Well, I keep a count of the number of confessions, but I do that by way of keeping a record of what the penances is that I gave people. So 5 Hail Marys, 5 Our Fathers, something like that, right? So I keep track of how many prayers I've given to the people, because I do the prayers myself.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Because we're called in canon law to pray for the penitents that come to us. So this is the way that I do that. So.
Yeah, basically you do the person's penance with them.
Yes, pretty much.
I like that. That's a good idea. That's really good.
So yeah, it's just like I said, it's just a way of kind of inspired by Saint John Vianney. He said they asked him why he gave his penances were so easy, is because I do a lot of the penance myself. So
yeah, I give them a little and they do I give them a little and I do the rest.
Exactly. So yeah, that's kind of what I got going on.
Father Ahern, that is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You want to know what else is brilliant?
What else is brilliant?
This song. I think.
Which song is this?
This song is called "Bring a Torch," Jeannette Isabella.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's one of my favorite Christmas carols.
This Christmas carol began in France in the 17th century, so it would have been well established, and evidently it was extremely popular in France.
I mean, there's that whole part of it where it's you knock, open the door for us, knock, let us celebrate. I mean, that's one of the highlights of the song right there.
To this day, it says on Christmas Eve in various parts of France, children dress as shepherds and milkmaids, and they bring torches and candles while singing this carol on the way to midnight mass.
Well, that would make perfect sense. I could definitely see St. John Vianney encouraging this activity.
He would love anything with candles, anything with a procession.
Right.
So just to give, according to the Wikipedia, the characters, Jeannette and Isabella, are 2 female farmhands who have found the baby Jesus and his mother Mary in his stable. And they're excited by this discovery, and they run to a nearby village to tell all of the inhabitants, who then rush to see the new arrivals. And visitors to the stable are urged to keep their voices quiet so the newborn can enjoy his dreams.
Aww.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is beautiful.
So these are just two normal farm, girls who discover kind of by accident Jesus and Mary.
Very cool. And it very much mirrors, the Bible story, the scripture, where the angels appear to the shepherds in the fields, right? And then they go and run to the Blessed Mother, or run to the infant and the Blessed Mother in the manger. So,
yeah, and just the torches. make you to think of kind of what we were discussing last night. You were talking about your Christmas Eve Mass and how
Oh
it's kind
yeah.
of by candlelight. And
Mm-hmm.
we have torches in our wedding, in our masses, and gospel processions and all these things. And I always tell the kids, sometimes they think that if they're torches, that they're like the bottom of the totem pole. Like, why don't I get to do the incense? Why don't I get to carry the cross? Why don't
Oh
I
yeah,
get
your
to...
servers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, folks, torches are huge. You're taking the light of Christ and you're spreading it out to the people. Yeah. So here's how the song goes, Father Ahern. Bring a torch, Jeannette Isabella, bring a torch to the cradle run. It is Jesus, good folk of the village. Christ is born and Mary's calling. Ah, ah, beautiful is his mother. Ah, beautiful is her son. That's the first verse.
Yes.
Then, who is it knocking on the door? Who is it knocking like that? Open up. We've arranged on a platter lovely cakes that we have brought here. Knock, knock. Open the door for us. Knock, knock. Let us celebrate.
I wonder what
It is wrong when the Christ is sleeping.
Father Kuchik.
It is wrong to talk so loud. Silence all as you gather around, lest your noise should waken Jesus. Hush, hush, see how fast he slumbers. Hush, hush, see how fast he sleeps. Softly to the little stable, softly for a moment come. Look and see how charming is Jesus, how he is white, his cheeks are rosy. Hush, hush, see how the child is sleeping. Hush, hush, see how he smiles in dreams. Again, Father Ahern, it's the same theme that we had with Silent Night.
Yeah.
Silence, but also excitement. Like, we think of silence as like, a passive sort of a thing, which it kind of is, but it's also like, we should be very excited. And that's why they're singing this song as they're on the way to Christmas Mass. Just like the song is calling Jeannette Isabella to the cradle run, and they're telling everybody else, go to the cradle, go to the cradle. But don't be loud. Don't be loud. Go quiet.
I wonder what type of cakes they make. Lovely cakes you have brought here. I wonder what kind of cakes go with the song. You think a nice like white velvet or red velvet cake or lemon cake? What do you think?
I'm guessing it's something very simple.
You think? So just like white cake with chocolate icing, you think?
Yeah. That's what if even there's icing on it.
Okay. All right. I see where you're at. All right.
But Father Ahern, there's a book. What is the name of that book? What Christ Sees from the Tabernacle, or something like that.
Really?
And it's one of those that you kind of wonder. You can almost imagine there he is in that tabernacle, resting. It's kind of a beautiful thing. I had a parishioner last night. I was in Indianapolis tied up, and so the snow was starting to come down, and so I thought, we need to close the chapel, just because the Perpetual Adoration Chapel, because we have adorers that come from, the country in the middle of the night, and some of them are elderly. So I called the person in the chapel who is an extraordinary minister of Holy Communion. Mm-hmm. And I told her, I said, would you please, at the end of your hour, turn the lights off, leave one of the candles burning, but put Jesus back into the tabernacle. So I told her where the key is, and it was really beautiful because she took it as such an honor. She said, I cannot believe that I get to do this. She said, I don't feel right doing this. To even be that close and to touch the monstrance, and I thought, boy, she said, afterwards, she told me, she said, I can see why you like being a priest so much. She said, even just like to hold the Luna, and she goes, you get to actually hold him. But she said it was kind of like she was tucking Jesus in when she put him in the tabernacle.
Yeah.
And I thought that was such a nice little image, and But this hymn is making me to think of, how Jesus is resting in the tabernacle, and he only wants. It's just kind of like a baby, they want somebody, even though they're sleeping, they want somebody with them right there.
Oh yeah, they want that warmth. They want that other person. They want to know they're not alone.
Yeah, and so we get to keep him company. And as he's in the tabernacle, hush, hush, see how he smiles. His cheeks are rosy. How charming is he?
Yeah, how charming is Jesus?
That's kind of a neat thought.
It is. It's a neat little image. It's the Christ in the manger is always one of the most profound and beautiful images that we have, because sleeping babies and smiling babies and that there's just such a joy and an excitement that comes from just the idea of a sleeping beautiful little baby, right? And so it's always great. I love it.
I've heard it said, that's why God chose to come to the world in the form of a baby, because a baby is irresistible.
They really are. They're just so adorable and cute.
You gotta love on that baby. You gotta hold that baby. You gotta.
I mean, think about it. Whenever you see a baby, you can make silly faces and raspberries with your lips and everything, and no one thinks you're crazy.
No,
I mean, think if you walk up to a 40-year-old and start going right, like they think this guy's crazy.
Is that why people look at me so weird?
That might be. I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Father Kuchar.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, but like the joy of a baby and the innocence and all the hope and possibilities. There's just so much potential when it comes to children, and infants in particular. And so, and I think this song captures some of that very nicely, with the hope, with the running to the cradle, and then when you come in, there's the excitement, but then it's like, oh, the baby's sleeping. Oh, okay, shh.
Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, it's a neat little hymn.
Well, let us do what this hymn is imploring us to do, Father. Let's grab a torch and run to Bethlehem.
Run to Bethlehem. I love it.
All right, Father Ahern. Well, I wish you well, and talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good, brother.
St. John Vianney.
Pray for us.